What's up, guys? So today I'm going to show you how to make another easy homemade hair gel. And for this, we're going to be using cmos. What the heck is cmos? Well, it's a natural algae that's become increasingly popular these days due to its health benefits when eaten internally. But did you know that you can also use it topically to benefit your hair and scalp? I love a good natural hair food. So let's get into it. Cmos is rich in minerals and vitamins that can benefit your hair and skin. It's high in iron, magnesium, calcium, phosphorus, zinc, selenium, vitamins A, C, E, K, and B, as well as omegas 3 and 6. It's got anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, antibacterial, and antiviral properties, and works to release toxins, help irritation and inflammation of your scalp. It's strengthening and conditioning, and promotes a healthy hair shine, and has a ton of slip for detangling. So of course, you're going to need your Irish cmos. Look for wildcrafted if you can, as it'll usually contain the most nutrients. And you want the type that's sold dried and raw. Now, I always just make enough for my own styling session, but if you like to plan ahead, feel free to increase this recipe. So I'm just guesstimating here because I usually just take what I need, but I'll be using about 1/2 cup of dried cmos to start. Tossing it into a deep bowl, I covered the dried moss with filtered or distilled water. And I'm going to let this sit in my fridge for at least 8 hours so it can expand and soften. This can sit overnight if you want as well, but just make sure you keep it in the fridge for safety. After at least 8 hours in the fridge, the cmos has expanded and looks jelly and plump. It's ready to melt. After draining the water and rinsing off the cmos, making sure any and all bugs have been removed, I'm placing the plump cmos in a small saucepan. Adding more distilled or filtered water to the pan, enough to cover the moss. And then I'm going to let this boil down on medium-high heat, checking it occasionally to stir just to make sure it doesn't burn. And as you can see, over time, the cmos structure disintegrates and it turns into a smooth, creamy gel. Just keep melting until most of the structure is gone, then turn off the heat to let the gel cool. All right, so you can use the gel just like this if you want. But as it cools, it sets super thick, so in order to make it spread better, we're going to dilute it and add some oils to thin it out a bit. So adding the gel to my bullet blender, I'm going to make my life easy and just grab my Melanin Haircare Multi-Use Pure Oil Blend. It's from my company and contains all of my favorite nutrient-rich hair oils: argan, sweet almond, baobab, avocado, jojoba, sage, geranium, and vitamin E. So I'm just going to squeeze a bit of that in. And I've added about 1/2 cup more water, but of course I forgot to press record. Just trust me, there's 1/2 cup of water in there. Now I just close that top and pop it on my blender. The result is a creamy, smooth gel. Now you can use this right away. It's super silky, or you can let it sit and thicken up a bit as it settles. All right, so now the fun part, time to apply. Oh wait, but first, I'm jamming out to the new Ultimate 90s Wash Day playlist on Spotify, and you can find it through our new Melanin Haircare app, or if you just simply search Melanin Haircare, you'll find us on Spotify. Definitely check it out. It is 4+ hours long, and it will get you through your wash day and more. All right, so rinsing out the deep conditioner. I add my leave-in first. I'm of course using the Melanin Haircare Multi-Use Softening Leave-In Conditioner, and smoothing that through roots and ends. And I'm reaching for the Melanin Haircare Twist Elongating Style Cream. Adding my style cream to help clump, moisturize, nurture, and seal my hair. And I always do these steps before adding my gel for my wash and goes, no matter which gel I'm using. It just helps to keep my hair moisturized and healthy for the long term. Okay, so my coils are nice and hydrated. Time to add my homemade cmos gel. So I didn't let it sit too long. This consistency works for me, and it allows me to smooth it through my hair beautifully. So I'm grabbing a good scoop of gel and smoothing it through my hair. And just look how my coils and curls are instantly defined. I love how this soaks into my hair. So just keep smoothing it in until you feel like it's defined well enough, and move to the next section to repeat. So rinsing out my deep conditioner. And excuse my faces. Oh my God, I was really feeling the 90s music here. It was Blue Cantrell though, can you blame me? So I'm smoothing on my leave-in conditioner next to hydrate. I'm adding my styling product to help clump, moisturize, and seal. And now the cmos gel. Smoothing that in, roots and ends. Just be sure you work this in really well, guys. If you don't, it might sit on top of your head and you could get some flaking. All right, so here are my gorgeously defined results. Last step and my little trick to keep my part area neat. I'm smoothing the hair back in the front and securing it with a bobby pin. So then just dry your hair however you prefer. I let mine air dry, and these are the results. Super shiny and defined. So I want to stretch my curls, but my bottom layers are still a little bit too wet. So I'm just going to quickly dry them with a blow dryer. And now I stretch them using my banding method, and I'll have my curl stretching banding method linked if you want to see how I do that. Now tying on my satin wrap and heading to bed. So it's the next day and time to style my hair. I just remove my bands, give it a shake, and then very carefully separate my curls. Adding a bit of gel to style my edges. And voila, she is good to go. So these are my results from using my DIY homemade cmos hair gel. It's so easy and quick to make, and it does a really great job at defining your curls and coils. If you haven't yet been successful with my DIY flaxseed gel recipe, definitely give this a try, as it's a little bit more simple and there's no straining or anything like that. So I hope you do give it a try yourself. I hope you love the results. And as always, I hope it helps. I'll see you guys in the next one.